Hey everybody, hope you had a good MLK day. You were probably in professional development just like I was. I came back from the second Reach Regional of the spring session and I got some questions that I'd love to go over. So question number one, and this is actually a question that if you've been on the Facebook group, it's been a topic of discussion. Highlighters on the writing assessment. Yeah. Use all the highlighters you want, but they can't be yellow. Just kidding, they can be any color, whatever. How do you find enough time to incorporate all of this into your class? Do it one step at a time. Sometimes you get to everything, sometimes you don't. And experiment as you go. See what really sticks and engages your students. I guess that's my best answer for that. It's really an opinion question, but that's just my opinion. Where do you find all the great resources? Twitter's probably the best. The Facebook group is also good to ask questions and get resources sent to you. I do love the Twitter EdChat forums. And which forms of writing do you feel most foster common core skills? In my opinion, research. Anything research. Students always engaging in research ideas and research quick writes. It doesn't have to be like a really lengthy research essay, but maybe they research a topic and then they present a paragraph, a really nice concise paragraph on their interpretation, their findings over a topic they researched. And no, that's not exactly a mode in any of the writing, but I think there's a good way to incorporate all the other modes in that research writing process. What does Common Core look like at the high school level? Hey, obviously you haven't seen the most brilliant website ever, Teaching Channel, teachingchannel.org. Check out their Common Core videos, see some actual classroom footage, get some practices to use in your classroom. Why does the state make me learn how to address each learner's style only to make me give them a standardized test? That's a tricky question because I guess if we wanted to address all learners, wouldn't that mean we'd have to have more tests? But there's already too many tests, which seems to be the opinion. I felt like there were too many tests. I felt like I was giving benchmarks all the time in the classroom. But I do like that the tests are going more towards looking at students' writing, where they're writing down their ideas. To me, that is a better way to assess what they have learned when they are writing, rather than multiple choice questions. So the way our tests are going, although standardized, hopefully are addressing more of those multiple learning styles. However, I know there's a lot of people that it is causing them some stress, the idea of writing. When might we see examples of high school tests? So, not sure yet, just because it hasn't been written. You know, we're not part of PARC, we're not part of Smart Balance, we're developing our own. Although it is the recommendation from the Office of Assessment to take a look at the PARC samples, and you can kind of infer this is the way we're going, these two-part questions, these short constructive response and extended constructive response based writing responses to a passage or multiple passages. As I've said before, I've seen some of the, not necessarily for our state tests, but in other state tests, where they are incorporating not only information from a passage that they read, but they could also blend that with a video that they have to watch or a PowerPoint slideshow that they have to view and take information from all these mediums to help them with their response. Pretty interesting, I think, but I love writing. I love teaching of writing, and so anytime we can get more authentic writing assessments, I'm on board with that. News! Don't forget to come to regionals if you can. Come to this third spring session, but we're going to be talking more. I'm looking at, try to spend more time looking at some released items as well, and the writing exemplars and talk strategies for that, share some resources. But also speaking of resources, who ran off with my book? This is my book! And it disappeared in Bartlesville. Bartlesville, I'm talking to you. One of you have my book. I know it's an awesome book. You probably just put it in your purse or your backpack by accident. Would love to have it back. Probably just gonna have to buy another copy. Don't tell my wife I'm spending money on another book. It get me in trouble because we're supposed to be saving money for a new baby. But this is a great book. If you don't have a copy, I highly suggest it. I think it's got a ton of good practices before. I know I've used some, modeled some, and talked about it in previous episodes of PD on Your Plan. So check it out. And if you want to be a saint and it just happens to end up on my desk, no more questions, okay? ELAOK page recently, as of yesterday, we had a new post by one of our fantastic, most creative Oklahoma Educator Leader Cadre members, Laura Searcy. She posted her district's one-pager rubrics for 5th and 8th grade. Very nice condensed version of the rubrics, so you can just type and focus on just one mode. For example, if you just wanted to focus on argumentative or the opinion mode, you can download those rubrics, make easy, nice copies. They're very concise for your students to look at or for you to look at with your department. Everything we need to focus on when teaching argumentative writing and everything that a student needs to focus on when teaching argumentative writing. And she put them in a nice Word document format so you can adjust them as you see fit. Really personalize them for your district. Thank you, Laura. You are a mensch. If you have great resources that you want to share, just like last week when Broken Arrow shared their 3rd grade RSA resources with us, please contact me. Let's post them on the website. Let everybody benefit from your expertise and brilliance. We also have, from one of our library specialists at the State Department, she started this Oklahoma School Librarians Pinterest page. I know a lot of people like Pinterest. It's something I have not explored nearly enough, but there's a plethora of resources on there. So we might pass that along to a librarian that you love dearly. So that's all for now, and we still don't have an ELA assessment specialist. If you're interested, know anybody, please contact me. I've been touting that and spreading the app around, just leaving it on people's desks everywhere. And until we get someone in that position, we know it's an essential and important position. We're going to have a Reach Summit in February the 19th. So I'll try to not make it too repetitive to what I've been doing at the Reach Summits, at the Reach regional sessions. If you do have assessment questions in the meantime, please feel free to email me, and I will be happy to forward those to Joyce Defer and the Office of Assessment unless I do know the answer. But until next time, take care of yourself, take care of your students, and take care of each other. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye.